3.
Afternoon, take 3.
Afternoon.
Afternoon
We're in the
delight.
park.
We're in the park.
Having a lovely time.
It's a very small park, so if you hear anyone starting their engines, because
We've heard that a few times so far, haven't we?
this is our 3rd attempt.
Yeah.
So,
we've got news. I think we've got news.
what news have we got?
We've had our first argument.
You did. You started it.
I think maybe the audience can judge. No, we won't.
We're not actually going into the details, are we?
We're not going.
We'll have another argument.
I was wondering when our first argument would occur because everything's been so perfect. Do you know what? It's nearly 2 months. It's nearly 2 months.
Long time. It's a long time. This is your longest relationship, isn't it? Yeah, we did have a little argumentito last night.
We did. Over the phone.
We went to bed on an argument.
We did. That was most upsetting.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
But we had a chat about it this morning, didn't we?
Yeah. So interesting. Felt a bit vulnerable. Opened up some stuff. I felt you induced shame in me.
I think we better explain.
I don't think we need to explain. It's just
I think
shame.
it's about triggers though.
Triggers, yeah.
It seems to me it's about acknowledging triggers that aren't to do with the particular situation you're in at that point.
Absolutely. And that's yes. So when you're arguing with someone, the thing that upsets you isn't what they've said. It harks back to something from a long time ago, no doubt. Yeah. So I got trigged.
You got trigged, and then I got trigged.
And then I lashed out.
You did.
So you got trigged. So we were both in trigger mode.
It was like trigonometry or something. I don't know. There's a name for it. Is that what trigonometry is?
No, it's not.
I'm so uneducated.
Oh, what?
What?
You're not.
No.
That's another thing I want to talk about, actually.
What?
I've just heard you on a works call. Yeah.
Yeah, even though I don't work anymore.
And I don't. Yeah, Mr. I'm retired.
That's retarded. Retired. So that's probably an inappropriate, un-PC.
Yes, I think it probably is.
I don't think you should say that.
I didn't.
You shouldn't call me that.
Wouldn't.
No. Okay.
I might call you that in privacy.
That's nice. I look forward to that then.
That's somebody I know down there.
Yeah, you heard me on a work call.
Yeah, and I didn't recognise the person I was listening to. Have we finished with the argument scenario, by the way? So basically, we had an argument.
Yeah.
We got trigged, and rather than getting all arsey with each other, we've talked it through, haven't we?
Well, we let it out actually. We let the chimps run about. I certainly did.
Yeah.
And you allowed that a little bit. And that because I felt cross this morning still, and you had sort of dealt with things. And this is the other thing. If you've dealt with your things and you say, oh, it's okay now, I've dealt with my things, and your partner hasn't, then you need to allow. I think you need to allow that to happen as well.
Of course.
And you were really good like that. You said, I'm okay, but you're not.
Yeah.
I can hear it, feel it. And then you have to because otherwise you end up with a load of weaknesses that if you go back to them, or the same thing happens again, like you can fall down the holes, can't you?
So we got that out of the way anyway, the first argument.
Well, it won't be the last.
It could have, no, well, I feel that very strongly right now. But that was good. I think we dealt with that really well, actually. It's all about
it seems so smug, but it is about, it's exactly, it's about communication.
Yeah.
Well,
I know what the conclusion I came to, because I had to do some meditation to get back into my zone, because I really was quite triggered by it all, and I realised it was me and not you. So I worked through this horrible feeling of shame, and sort of by the end of it I actually felt gratitude to you. God, what do I sound like? I know. But did feel gratitude that as a result of this conversation and argument we'd had, I didn't know I was carrying this shame. So I was sort of able to work through some of that. And it is a constantly ongoing process, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I sort of thought that's what relationships are all about. You find things out about yourself through the other person. And yeah, you can either try and bury those things, or you can open up to them and explore them a bit. And I think we're both me quite gladly, and you maybe a little bit more reluctantly, are opening up.
I'm not sure that's completely true. But what I thought was important is, like you said, you recognised that it was you and not me, and I recognised the same thing, that it was you and not me.
See, so we're all in agreement again.
We're all in agreement again.
It's good in the hood.
Are we in the hood? Would you call this a hood?
Not really.
It's not really a hood.
Very lovely, isn't it?
It's a lovely hood.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, we're liking our hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you? Oh yeah,
then the works call. Yeah. So no, I didn't recognise you, and you'd started.
Well, I did put a false moustache on and some glasses and a big
what?
nose. I forgot to take that off.
There's nothing wrong with your nose.
No,
I like it, actually.
I like it. Go on, carry on. Let's not get distracted by my nose.
I think I want to kiss your little nosy now.
Don't. Would you stop that, please? People will be turning off in their wands. Go on. Go on. Come on.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Yes. You sounded different. You were using different words. You had a different language. You had a different bloody accent. You're the man of several accents, aren't you?
Different accents
you
as well.
You had your work.
And I was different.
Ooh, get me. I'm more worky.
I was using different words.
Yeah, you had your
I
work,
was speaking in French. It's quite understandable.
You were speaking in business. That's what it was.
We didn't help that you were in the background going like that. Because that didn't help at all.
I only did it twice.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Yeah. Did you hear that? I didn't think you heard me do that.
I knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see me doing that?
Yes, I did see you. I did see you waving. Just, please don't. Please don't. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. So, I don't know you in work mode, and I felt like I didn't know you when you were having that phone conversation. It all felt a little bit strange, actually.
So that separation of our work selves from our individual selves, I think, they say, some say it's quite damaging to do that for yourself, and yet I think there's a lot of probably pressure on to do it to a certain extent, but it depends how you are as an individual. I guess some people aren't quite so different, maybe, and I'm not. I don't think I'm massively different, but it is that kind of pressure. And of course, you have to be professional. I mean, you've got to be professional. You can't just.
I guess it depends on you, sort of, on the work you do, doesn't it? And we've said that you've been incredibly successful.
You said. I didn't.
No,
I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't.
You
say
alluded to it.
He just hinted really heavily and gave you a copy of my CV, which I thought. I don't know. You draw your own conclusions. I said with some references. I thought were very helpful.
I don't even know what I was going to say now. What was the point I was making then? Oh no, that you would have to be very professional because you've been in that sort of arena. Whereas myself,
not so.
Can be less so.
But in your previous jobs, you would have had to have been professional, work within certain expected bounds of behaviour.
I don't think that I don't know, maybe I was different, but I don't think I was as different, but I didn't need to be.
Yeah, but we are talking about a work call with people that I don't know that well.
Yeah.
So if you heard me talk to ex-colleagues who I know really well, you probably wouldn't see as much of a difference, but there's certainly that.
Yeah.
I think there's that expectation. Which again, if you go back to pre-industrial revolution sort of stuff, broken record.
Why would we?
Well,
Why
Well, in your time machine. Well, I'll tell you why. There is a reason.
Okay.
If you go back to that, and we used to do you go hunter gathering with your friends and family, then I suspect that you probably wouldn't have felt that separation of personality, of persona.
Like I'm sure you're right there. Yes, so it's a product of the modern age.
It's a product, exactly. It's a product of this schizophrenia that we.
So what do we think about that?
Well,
what do we think about that? Because we think the same about everything, don't we?
Not last night. We didn't.
No. Well.
Yeah. Well, I think it's maybe for another time. I think this is probably long enough in the woods.
Do you think so?
I think it's, yeah.
Well, I'm sure everybody will be very pleased to know that we've resolved our differences, haven't we?
I don't think they'll give a monkeys, to be honest.
Well, I'm very pleased to know.
Everyone will be then. Extrapolating from you to the rest of the world. Good. Okay. Anything else you'd like to?
What time are we on? How long? 11
minutes. You say.
Yeah. I'm looking for a new car.
Bore people anymore?
We can talk about that another time.
We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. See you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.